Hello and welcome. Namaste from New Delhi. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Gautam Roy. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Birthday greetings pour in for Prime Minister Narendra Modi from world leaders including US President Donald Trump, Australian Prime Minister Albanese, among others. Trump makes a historic second state visit to the UK, receives a ceremonial welcome at Windsor Castle, inspects a guard of honour along with King Charles. The Philippines accuses China of unlawful behavior after water cannon incident near disputed shoal in South China Sea. And the prosecution seeks death penalty for Charlie Kirk's alleged killer, claiming Tyler Robinson confessed to killing the conservative influencer in a note to his roommate, saying he had had enough of his hatred. First up, US President Donald Trump is visiting the United Kingdom for an unprecedented second state visit, with the British government rolling out a royal red carpet welcome. Donald Trump and his wife Melania were greeted by King Charles III upon their arrival at the Windsor Castle. The royal reception also included a carriage procession, gun salutes, a military flypast and a lavish banquet. Earlier, in a sign of the pomp and pageantry, a guard of honour greeted the Trump couple as they stepped off Air Force One at Stansted Airport near London. As part of the visit, Britain and the United States have agreed to a technology pact to boost ties in artificial intelligence, quantum computing and civil nuclear energy, with top US firms led by Microsoft pledging to invest $42 billion in the UK. Trump is joined by a group of tech and finance CEOs, many of whom are expected to attend the state banquet at Windsor Castle. Key announcements regarding UK data centre investments and expansion plans from companies such as Nvidia and OpenAI are also expected during the visit. But not everyone in the UK has rolled out the red carpet for Donald Trump. Campaign group led by donkeys beamed a video with images of Trump and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein onto a tower at Windsor Castle. According to media reports, Thames Valley Police said 4 people have been arrested for a public stunt in Windsor. Now, a van also displaying a photo of US President Trump alongside sex offender Jeffrey Epstein was stopped by police on approach to Windsor Castle on Wednesday. Trump was friends with Epstein before becoming president, but had a falling out with the former financier years before his 2019 death in prison. Israel's army said on Wednesday it had opened a temporary new route to allow people to flee Gaza City, a day after launching a major ground assault aimed at crushing the Hamas. On Wednesday, the Israeli military said it was opening a temporary transportation route via Salah al-Din Street. Now, this move has come as United Nations probe has accused Israel of committing genocide in the Palestinian territory, saying Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and other senior officials have incited the crime. The Israeli military unleashed a massive bombardment of Gaza City before dawn on Tuesday and pushed its troops deeper into the Gaza Strip's largest urban hub. Also, the ground troops have been moving deeper into the enclave's main city, and that the number of soldiers would rise in the coming days to confront up to 3,000 Hamas combatants. These are estimated numbers. The IDF believes are still in the city. Meanwhile, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz has criticized Russia's violation of airspaces on Wednesday, calling it a part of a long-running trend of boundary testing and sabotage by Russia. Speaking at the Bundestag lower house of parliament, he said that peace deal in Ukraine conflict cannot be done on the cost of its political sovereignty and territorial integrity. Merz further added that he would visit countries outside the transatlantic region in the coming weeks and months to discuss trade relations for more opportunities. And Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said that Russia is open to resolve the ongoing conflict with Ukraine through diplomacy. Peskov was speaking on US President Donald Trump's warnings of additional sanctions on Russia while also asking European Union to stop buying Russian oil. He further added that these sanctions will not affect Russia or force it to change its position. Utah prosecutors vowed on Tuesday to seek the death penalty for the accused assassin of conservative activist Charlie Kirk and revealed new details of their case, including text messages in which he was alleged to have privately confessed to the fatal shooting. He is accused of firing the single rifle shot from a rooftop that pierced Kirk's neck last Wednesday on the campus of Utah Valley University in Orem, about 40 miles or 65 kilometers south of Salt Lake City. The Office of Utah County District Attorney Jeffrey Gray charged Robinson with 7 criminal counts on Tuesday, including aggravated murder, obstruction of justice for disposing of evidence, witness tampering for asking his roommate to delete incriminating texts. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched the Swasth Nari Sashakt Parivar and 8th Rashtriya Poshan Ma campaigns in Madhya Pradesh's Dhar district on Wednesday. Swasth Nari Sashakt Parivar campaign is a nationwide initiative that focuses on women's health, nutrition and empowerment. Under this campaign, hundreds of thousands of women and girls will benefit from health camps offering screenings for diabetes, cancer, anemia, tuberculosis and maternal care services. The Prime Minister also launched the Suman Sakhi chatbot, an interactive digital platform to raise awareness about maternal and child health. In addition, the Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana and Adi Seva Parv aimed at tribal empowerment were also unveiled on the occasion. Prime Minister Modi also inaugurated India's first PM Mitra Park in Dhar with a vision to make the nation a global textile hub. Spread over 2,150 acres, the PM Mitra Park will bring the entire value chain from spinning to garment manufacturing under one roof, powered by smart technology, green energy and world-class infrastructure.
विश्वकर्मा जयंती के दिन आज एक बड़ी औद्योगिक शुरुआत भी होने जा रही है। देश के सबसे बड़े इंटीग्रेटेड टेक्सटाइल पार्क का शिलान्यास यहां हुआ है। इस पार्क से भारत की टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री को नई ऊर्जा मिलेगी, किसान को उसकी उपज का सही मूल्य मिलेगा और मेरे लिए खुशी की बात है, सिर्फ यहां धार में ही नहीं, पूरे देश में लाखों किसान अभी हमारे साथ इस कार्यक्रम में जुड़े हुए हैं। साथियों, ये पीएम मित्र पार्क से, ये टेक्सटाइल पार्क से सबसे बड़ा लाभ हमारे युवकों को, युवतियों को बहुत बड़ी संख्या में रोजगार मिलेगा।
The Prime Minister also visited and inspected the camps organized under Swasth Nari Sashakt Parivar campaign in Madhya Pradesh. In yet another moment of bonhomie between the two leaders, Prime Minister Modi has received a phone call from US President Donald Trump for wishes on his 75th birthday eve. as he's turned 75 today. In a post on social media platform X, Prime Minister Modi has thanked Donald Trump and referred to the trade deal talks that resumed just hours earlier on Tuesday. He said, and I quote, "Thank you, my friend President Trump, for your phone call and warm greetings on my 75th birthday. Like you, I am also fully committed to taking the India-US Comprehensive and Global Partnership to new heights. We support your initiatives towards a peaceful resolution of the Ukraine conflict." End quote. Trump later made a similar post on Truth Social. He said, and I quote, "Just had a wonderful phone call with my friend Prime Minister Narendra Modi. I wished him a very happy birthday. He's doing a tremendous job. Narendra, thank you for your support on ending the war between Russia and Ukraine." Prime Minister Modi has also received birthday wishes from other global leaders as well on his 75th birthday. Leaders from Bhutan and Myanmar extended birthday greetings to Prime Minister Modi.
I join our Gyaltsuks, our national service men and women, and indeed all the people of Bhutan in offering our warmest wishes on your 75th birth anniversary. On this happy occasion, we pray for your Excellency's good health, happiness, and long life. Tashidile.
Suroye, 95နှစ်မြောက်မွေးနေ့အခါသမယမှာအဆွေတော်ကျမ်းမှာချမ်းသာပါစေ။ဆိုရဲလုပ်ငန်းဆောင်တာတွေအထူးမြတ်အောင်မြင်ပါစေလို့ဆုမွန်ကောင်းတောင်းလိုက်ပါတယ်။အဆွေတော်အနေနဲ့အိန္ဒိယနိုင်ငံအတွက်နိုင်ငံတာဝန်စစ်စစ်စတဲ့တာဝန်ထမ်းဆောင်စဉ်ကစပြီးအိန္ဒိယပြည်သူတွေရဲ့လူမှုစီးပွားတိုးတက်အောင်အိန္ဒိယနိုင်ငံကြီးကိုကမ္ဘာထိပ်တန်းနိုင်ငံဖြစ်အောင်ပိုပြီးစီးလုံးညွှန်ညွတ်တဲ့အိန္ဒိယနိုင်ငံကြီးဖြစ်အောင်ကြိုးစားဆောင်ပေးနိုင်ခဲ့မှုအပေါ်မှာလည်းဝမ်းမြောက်စွာဂုဏ်ပြုအပ်ပါတယ်
Let's all listen to some other global leaders pouring in their warm wishes for Prime Minister Modi's 75th birthday.
We wish to congratulate Prime Minister Modi on his birthday, September 17. Again, we thank him for paying a very historic visit to Trinidad and Tobago recently. We were glad to confer upon him the Order of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, our highest national award, for his contributions to the development of Trinidad and Tobago, for his service to the region and the wider international community. He has been a statesman and a leading voice of the Global South.
It is a great pleasure to wish Prime Minister Modi a happy 75th birthday. In these uncertain times, we all need good friends, and Modi ji has always been a good friend to me and to Britain. I'm delighted to see UK-India ties going from strength to strength. As someone from a British-Indian family, this relationship will always have a special place in my heart.
Let's now have a look at some other stories making news around the world as well. Wild horses spotted in their natural habitat in the Munzur Mountains in Turkey. In ancient times, villagers relied on these horses for agricultural work and transportation. However, as farming machinery gradually replaced them, the animals were released into nature by their owners. In the heart of Hanoi, where tradition meets modernity, one woman is weaving a story of cultural preservation. Cynthia Mann, an Australian designer, has spent 2 decades in Vietnam, captivated by its vibrant heritage and the art of brocade. An exhibition displaying France's 18th century Queen Marie Antoinette opens in London this week, displaying 250 of her items. The exhibition showcases her influence on fashion and film at that time. Two dolphins, Blue and Martine, communicate to coordinate the removal of bottles, plastics and other debris from the marine surface. These dolphins exhibit a powerful example of marine intelligence and environmental education. And still to come in this edition of DD India Live. Hundreds of Afghan refugees continue to return after an order from Pakistan. South American trade bloc Mercosur and EFTA have signed a free trade agreement amid Trump's protectionism. And India's Varun Chakravarti has been crowned #1 bowler in ICC Men's T20I bowling rankings.
This week on Defense Dynamics, we decode HAL's bold gamble. Can the Sitara trainer transform into a combat fighter? We explain the Great Nicobar project, India's mega push at the Malacca Gateway. We reveal STAR, the supersonic target shaping India's missile mastery. We analyze the B-21 Raider, America's futuristic 6th-gen stealth bomber. Stay tuned for more updates this Wednesday at 8 p.m. IST only on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Gautam Roy. Now, the Philippines has accused China's Coast Guard of unlawful behavior in the South China Sea. The Philippines Coast Guard has blamed China for aggressive actions after Chinese vessels fired water cannons at Filipino ships. Philippine Coast Guard spokesperson J. Terila said that they were on a mission to resupply over 35 Philippine fishing boats in the shoal when they encountered hostility from 9 Chinese vessels.
Wina-water cannon nila sa likod.
It's common sense. They were firing water cannon both from behind and from the front. They were maneuvering around the vessel. It was inevitable that the vessel would hit each other. But again, it was not intentionally. It was actually there, lies once again hiding their unlawful and bullying activities in Baijuda, Maslinoc. What really happened? Here is the 2 China Coast Guard vessels that were harnessing Datiopiang conducted dangerous maneuver which they released on social media, showing that we were the one who hit. But even if they claim that, they were still firing onto the bridge of the BFAR vessel.
That is pretty much normal for the Chinese government.
Now, hundreds of Afghan refugees have been heading to Pakistan's border area of Doordarshan as authorities have forced them to return to their home country. Pakistan has hosted Afghans fleeing violence for more than 4 decades. However, in 2023, Islamabad launched a crackdown to evict them, painting the population as terrorists and criminals. More than 554,000 Afghans have returned since April, including 143,000 in August alone, according to the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR. In a significant move towards strengthening international trade ties, the South American Economic Bloc, Mercosur, and the European Free Trade Association, or EFTA, have signed a comprehensive free trade agreement, creating a market of nearly 300 million people with a combined GDP being fairly substantial. The agreement, finalized after 14 rounds of negotiations, which was signed by representatives from Mercosur member countries and EFTA states. As a comprehensive and broad-based free trade agreement, the Mercosur-EFTA FTA will cover trade in goods and services, investment, intellectual property rights, government procurement, and sustainable development.
Today, we send a clear signal that even in a world marked by trade tension and rising protectionism, we remain committed to international trade based on rules as a tool to boost economic growth and prosperity for our peoples.
Now, coming back to Prime Minister Modi's 75th birthday, Information and Broadcasting Minister Ashwini Vaishnav has launched a special series of programs on DD National and DD News as part of Seva Parv celebrations to mark the initiatives in public service. The special series of programs will continue to be aired till the 2nd of October and feature special series and a bouquet of programs including the journey of India's development and empowerment, along with the inspiring life journey of Prime Minister Modi. Minister Ashwini Vaishnav, during the launch of the program, urged people to contribute towards nation building on this special occasion. Several programs and initiatives have been launched on Prime Minister Modi's 75th birth anniversary, and this is what has been launched on behalf of DD National and DD News, a special series of programs which will now be aired till the 2nd of October. Let's now talk about sports updates. And India's ace athlete Neeraj Chopra has qualified for the javelin throw final at the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo on Wednesday. Defending champion Chopra hurled the javelin to 84.85 meters in his first attempt to breach the qualification mark of 84.5 meters. The final will take place on Thursday, where double Olympic medalist Chopra will chase the third medal of the championships. He won a silver in the US 3 years ago. Indian spinner Varun Chakravarti has been rewarded for his consistent performance as he has been crowned #1 bowler in the latest ICC Men's T20 International Bowling Rankings. Chakravarti is just the third Indian bowler to top the bowling chart after Jasprit Bumrah and Ravi Bishnoi. He has become the mainstay of the Indian bowling in the last 12 months with a string of superb performances. The 34-year-old overtook New Zealand pacer Jacob Duffy at the top of the rankings. Let's now turn to the Asia Cup, where Pakistan is set to clash with hosts United Arab Emirates in a must-win game in Dubai on Wednesday. Both the UAE and Pakistan are just one loss away from crashing out of the race to the continental crown. Both the sides beat Oman comfortably but lost to India heavily, making their fixture in Dubai a knockout game. Pakistan are favoured to win, having beaten UAE twice over the past fortnight during the recent tri-series in Sharjah. In Major League Soccer, goals from Lionel Messi and Jordi Alba led Inter Miami to a 3-1 victory over the Seattle Sounders at Fort Lauderdale. Messi scored his 20th goal in the MLS, one behind league leader Sam Surridge of Nashville SC. He has 20 goals in 21 matches this season after striking 20 in 19 MLS contests last season. Ian Frey also scored a goal for Inter Miami, with Oscar Ustari making 5 saves. Miami are tied with the Columbus Crew for the 5th most points in the Eastern Conference. And returning to one of the top stories, which is the 70th birthday of Prime Minister Modi, the PM has thanked Russian President Vladimir Putin for his greetings on his birthday. The PM wrote on X, and I quote, "Thank you, my friend President Putin, for your phone call and warm wishes on my 75th birthday. We are committed to further strengthening our special and privileged strategic partnership. India is ready to make all possible contributions towards a peaceful resolution of the Ukraine conflict." End quote. That's all we have for this edition of DD India Live, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. And for those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India's mobile app. It's available on both Android and iOS. Just scan the QR code and download the app right away. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Gautam Roy, and from all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.